Hey guys, what's up? In this video, I'm going to show you my editing process for one of my videos. Stay tuned. Okay, so you guys have been asking me for a long time to show my video editing process, and I've kind of delayed the making of this video just due to the fact that I do have a course on this exact topic, and I thought maybe more people would buy the course if I didn't do the video on YouTube, but you guys have been asking long enough. I figured it's time. I need to make this video happen once and for all. So I just recorded this video. You're going to see it probably in the next day or two on this great Gmail tool called Boomerang. And I'm ready to edit it now. And I've come into Screenflow, which is where I edit all of my screen recording videos. And Screenflow is a great tool if you're on a Mac. On Windows, you can use Camtasia. We've done tutorials on Camtasia before. Go back into my channel and you'll find them back when I had a Windows computer. And they do make Camtasia for Mac. So if you're on a Mac and you want to use Camtasia, go for it. I just like Screenflow. I think it's a little bit easier to use than Camtasia, but that is my opinion. So the first thing I do once I have recorded my video, I go over here to this little crop icon, and I change it to 1280 by 720. The reason I don't do 1920 by 1080 is my screen resolution is not 1920 by 1080, so it's ridiculous for me to try and stretch something that huge. So I'm going to click apply, and it's going to crop in the video a little bit. Now, in this case, I'm going to zoom in on the video. So I'm going to click on the video itself, or I could click down here, and I'm going to go and scale this up. So that actually looks pretty darn good right there, maybe just a little more up. There we go. So now I've zoomed in just for the beginning of the video. So let's go ahead and play this. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it, but we're going to play it and listen for the key word, which is stay tuned. Hey guys. Okay, one thing I did kind of forget to mention. You can hear I have those 3 snaps right at the beginning. I'll play it again here. I'm going to zoom in on the timeline. Right there. Those 3 snaps tell me that's where I started talking. I always do it at the beginning of every video. You probably never knew I did it because I always cut them out. To cut something out of your video, I'm going to highlight the 2 clips, and I'm just going to click on this little red tab, and that's going to go ahead and split the video at the playhead position. I'm going to highlight both and delete that part out. Grab both clips and drag it over. And now let's play and listen for the keyword, stay tuned. Hey guys, what is up? In this video, we are going to be taking a look at Boomerang for Gmail. Stay tuned. Okay, right there is where I need to cut. So now, what I want to do is I'm going to drag this over to the side. I don't need that right now. What I do need, though, is my video intro. That I'm going to do by coming over to this little icon with a music note in it. I'm going to click Add Media. And the file I'm looking for is in here. And we are going to use this one. So we're going to drag and drop this in right here. So right there is the video we want to use. Now you can see a few things are wrong here. 1, the audio is really loud. Number 2, this video is way too big. So we're going to fix that by coming and grabbing these handles, and we are going to resize the video down to fit the canvas. So everything in the video now shows to you guys. And we're going to fix the audio. Click on the video, click on this little audio file or audio speaker thing, and all I have to do for the volume is I just take it down to about 50%. That's usually plenty loud for these videos, and it fixes the issue altogether. So let's hit play and just make sure it plays fine. Perfect. So audio didn't sound too obnoxious. So let's come back over here and drag this back over. Now, I actually have I want to drag this to about the 1 second mark. And that's going to create what we call a transition. And I'm going to do the same thing on the audio, just make sure it's the same thing. You can see I've got all this dead space. That's just where I was timing it out. I do leave a blank space in my video, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that out entirely. Okay, so... And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play through the video and try and find where I start. Now, I notice right here, there's a big gap. That's where I started over. I actually had a couple outtakes, and that's what that section of video is. So all I have to do, split the clip, and I can delete all of that stuff right out. Drag this over. I like to drag it right there. And then we're going to set up the fade. So, whoop, I still have a little too much audio, if you ask me. I'm going to take care of that real fast. And, okay, we're ready to start dragging it in. And I'm watching, if you can see it on the very right-hand corner of my screen, I would point to it, but it's going to move this over. As I'm moving, I'm watching the red number until I get to 1.0. That's going to tell me I have a 1 second transition on this. I'm going to go ahead and click my audio. I'm going to add a starting transition. That's just going to be a fade up into my speaking from the music. And then down here, if I want to change the transition, which I kind of do, I just want to go ahead and do a fade. Or maybe a cube. Maybe the cube will be good. So let's go ahead and play it and see how it looks. Okay, so what is Boomerang? Perfect. That works for me. And it rotates right in. I'm still zoomed in from when I had it at the beginning, which is good. Boomerang. So I talked for a minute here about just what Boomerang is, blah, blah, blah. It also has email. Okay. Gmail.com. The link for that will be in the description of this video. But so right about here is where I actually flip over to Gmail, and I want to zoom out. So I don't need to be this tight anymore. It was only this tight while I was on this page particularly. So I'm going to click here, go to the video tab, and I'm going to add a video action. This is going to tell the computer to zoom out. And to zoom out, all I'm going to do, I'm going to type in 100%, and the video is going to rescale itself back to 100%. Position of 0 on both the X and Y axis, so here's how it looks. But if we go, boom. So it's real seamless, and it's a very smooth transition out. Into my Gmail account. So now I'm going to talk a little bit. I know once that compose window comes up, right here, I'm going to add another action. I'm going to go and scale the video. It's a little too big. Right there. I want to zoom into that, and now it's zoomed in. So, and I'm just working my way through. I'm just finding wherever my zoom-ins are. Now, normally I would do this as I was playing through, but for the sake of time, I'm just kind of speeding through this here. Okay, come on. Oh, too far. So right in here somewhere. I want to zoom out now. So go ahead, add a video action, change it to 100%, and you're zoomed out. So now we're going to go ahead and close that. I'll delete the draft in a little bit. But now let me show you Boomerang Now, whenever I have these really long pauses, I'll go out and clean those out in a bit. I'm not going to do that on this video because I just want to kind of get through this here. And then, okay, here's the very important part. At the very end of this video, so we're just going to play it from here. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. So right after I say peace, which is always the end of every video, it's the last word I say, I'm going to trim off any extra, because all that's left in the video recording is me going up to my menu bar and hitting stop record. I don't need you guys to see that. I want the video to end on peace, so we're going to go ahead and delete that little bit, and then all I need to do is bring in my outro. Now my outro is right here. I'm going to just double click to bring it in and drag it down. And we're going to have the same issue we had with the intro, in that the video is actually going to be a little too big. It's actually a 1080p video, but I resize it down to 1280 by 720, and things usually work really well. And that's all I need to do with the outro. It takes care of itself in playback. So that is it. So all that's left to do is the last couple steps, which are as follows. I'm going to go ahead, come up here to File. I'm going to make sure I save this. So I'm going to save this as Boomerang Gmail. Save. So that saves out the Screenflow project. The next step that I'll do is I'll come down to File, Export, and I'm going to go ahead and set my scale by to 100%. So it's 1280 by 720 when I finally export this. And I always export to my desktop. It just makes it easier to find when I go to upload this to YouTube. And then I begin my publishing process. So that is it for this video, guys. The last thing that I wanted to show you guys, because I kind of forgot, I showed you with the intro, but I guess I should probably show you real quick, is if you come over to audio, you can see I have a little bit of peaking audio. I usually take it down to about 50%. That usually does a good job. I'll do the same thing on this one, 50%. And the other thing I do on audio is I remove the background noise, which also helps a little bit as well with the audio. So that is it for this video, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.